Would you open the door without knowing who's there? Today's clips will change that habit. Stick with us and see why a video doorbell isn't a luxury anymore, it's a necessity. In this unsettling clip, an unknown woman steps onto the porch and moves around in front of the doorbell camera. The homeowner doesn't recognize her at all, which makes the scene even more unnerving. The timing is suspicious too. 1 a.m., when everyone should be asleep. Look closer and it gets even stranger. She's wearing only a sports bra and she's barefoot, raising all kinds of questions about what happened before she got there.
Hi. It's just me. I'm sorry, my computer's starting to hurt again. It's been a long way. Probably look different now, but I'm excited to see you.
In this clip, an unknown guy walks up to the gate and tries to take someone's dog, as if it were his. We don't know who he is, why he did it, or what happened afterward. All we can hope is that the dog stayed safe. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't what you see on camera, it's what you never find out after. When they heard the knock at the door, the last visitor they expected was a cow. Yet that's exactly what showed up on the driveway. The animal came right up to the door, sniffing the window and the handle like it wanted to knock too. The homeowner was stunned when they replayed the doorbell footage. Who would have expected that? A clip that really makes you think about home security, especially at night. A doorbell camera catches a man appearing out of nowhere, studying a locked door. He paces back and forth like he's planning something. Who is he? Why is he there? The questions hang in the air, and that's what keeps the tension high. Keep the door locked and your eyes open. In this clip, a monster crawls up to a home's front door, moving like a giant insect, but with features that don't look human or earthly. You watch it inch toward the lens, and it's enough to freeze your blood. I found this online, so I'll let you decide. What do you think this creature is? Real or just a really good hoax? Drop your thoughts in the comments. In the dead of night, the doorbell cam captures a chilling scene. A man comes out of nowhere and paces aimlessly in front of the house, swallowed by darkness. The owners are stunned. They have no idea who he is or what he wants. When you don't know someone's intent, your imagination runs wild. In broad daylight, the doorbell camera records a theft you wouldn't expect. A man strolls up to the porch, calmly grabs the flower pots, and walks off like they're his. No one knows who he is or why he did it, but that shameless attitude raises a lot of questions. Was it just a spur-of-the-moment grab, or is there a stranger story behind it? In this clip, a young man, clearly under the influence, slams into the house wall and throws his whole body against the door, groaning after every hit. I wonder how no one inside woke up from that noise. A bit later, he leans over the balcony railing and just hangs there, waving his arms, trying to pull himself back up. The owners say they've never seen him before, no idea what he was after, but the scene is pretty unsettling. A woman comes home from walking her dog, takes off the leash, and steps inside. Seconds later, a man appears on camera and heads straight for the door. He tries the handle, but she manages to lock it just in time. He immediately puts on gloves and tests the knob several times. When her neighbor steps outside to see what's going on, the guy grabs a garden hose and pretends he's doing yard work. Once the neighbor goes back in, he circles around to the back door. He tries to force the rear door, so the homeowner barricades herself in a room and calls the police. Before they arrive, he goes for the windows too, rips the screen off one, but still can't get in. By the time officers show up, he's gone, and there's not much they can do. So she posted the footage on TikTok, hoping someone would recognize him. So far, no luck. The next story starts like many late-night flights. Quiet, routine, everything under control. But within minutes, it would turn into a tragedy. It was a calm evening in Philadelphia, January 31st, 2025. A man and his wife were about to leave the house. The street was so silent you could hear every little sound. Just as they opened the door, their Ring doorbell triggered and captured something they never expected. Up in the night sky, a Learjet 55 had just taken off from Northeast Philadelphia Airport. Medjet's Flight 056, a medical evacuation, headed to Tijuana with a planned refueling stop in Missouri. On board, medical staff and patients hoping for life-saving treatment. But shortly after takeoff, everything went horribly wrong. The doorbell camera captures the moment a house blows up in Arlington, Texas. It's 2 a.m., January 1st, 2022, and the blast damages several nearby homes as well. Probable cause, a gas appliance that wasn't fully shut off. Thankfully, no one was inside and no one was hurt. The destruction, though, was massive. Collapsed walls, debris everywhere, shattered windows across the street, and cars hit by flying fragments. Neighbors reported their windows burst instantly and parts of their vehicles were dented by the pressure wave. This footage is from October 2nd, 2022, around 5 a.m. 3 masked men with guns crowd a front porch. One spots the doorbell cam and immediately slaps a gloved hand over the lens. For minutes, all you see is that glove. Then, for a split second, he shifts, and all 3 are revealed up close. The homeowner finally wakes up after a motion alert. He opens the app, turns on the speaker, and asks who's out there. No one answers. He calls the police. By the time officers arrive, the trio is gone. Many think they were trying to lure him into opening the door, but if they heard his voice on the speaker, why not talk back? More likely they were trying to work the lock while the camera was covered. What they planned to do once inside is anyone's guess. A 10-year-old boy from Riverton, Utah, was walking home alone after basketball practice around 6 p.m. on a cold December night. A few streets away from home, he noticed a sedan with 2 men creeping behind him. When the car pulled up, the windows rolled down. "Come with us, we've got candy," they said. Braden picked up the pace and ignored them. Seconds later, he reached his house. The doorbell camera caught the car in the background. He grabbed the handle, locked. At that moment, the porch lights flipped on and the car steered straight toward him. He shouted, "Zone!" and quickly grabbed a few rocks to defend himself. He sprinted to the neighbor's place. The door was unlocked, so he darted in and locked it behind him. The car turned around and prowled the area for minutes, waiting. Police arrived and filed a report. Suspects: 2 men between 30 and 40, no facial hair. Both the family and the officers are convinced they tried to kidnap him that night. In the next clip, the camera captures something truly terrifying. A cougar suddenly appears and attacks a dog named Holly Jolly, a giant 3-year-old schnauzer weighing nearly 40 kilo.
Standing here, and she was just sniffing around here. Great. And then she started sniffing over there, and I'm still watching the movie, just hanging out here, and then all of a sudden...
It happens on a Saturday night, just after Holly was let outside. The cat lunges out of nowhere, and for a moment it looks like the dog won't survive. The owner's loud shout scares the cougar just enough for Holly to break free and run.
Screaming a little. So then my husband comes out and he grabs the pull stick, like the pull skimmer.
Shockingly, about 20 minutes later, the cougar comes back probably to finish the job, but finds only the torn collar.
She'd have surgery. She had a lot of puncture wounds, many stitches. They said there was just
Holly needed surgery, multiple wounds, lots of stitches, but she made it. The owners shared the footage to warn neighbors. Next time, the victim might be a person.
Cats jump out of my tree. I've had, there's deer there. I've seen about a family of about 10 deer down.
If these clips gave you chills, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Tell me in the comments which moment shook you the most, and if you've got a story of your own. Until next time, keep the door locked and your guard up.